What's up everybody, Xaenca here, welcome to another WWE Mayhem video. So with the 4-star and 3-star Royal Rumbles out of the way, the only thing left to do is this Royal Rumble 2-star event, so let's go ahead and do that. As far as the rewards go, for beginner we got 500 Royal Rumble keys, 20 gold bars, cash and protein shakes. For normal we got a Royal Rumble loot case, 40 gold bars, some cash and protein shakes. And for Superstar we got Royal Rumble loot case, 250 3-star keys, 60 gold bars, cash and protein shakes. So if you add the 500 keys that we get for this plus the 500 keys that we got last week, that adds another Royal Rumble loot case, so completing this will give me 3 Royal Rumble loot cases to open. And we will hope for something good out of them, because in the last video I opened 6 and got 2 stars for all 6. So need some redemption as far as pay-per-view event loot cases go, but you guys know the drill. We are going to do the beginner and normal difficulties off camera, and I will see you in a future where that has already happened. Alright, beginner and normal difficulties complete. Superstar is the only thing left to do, so for this one I'm going to follow the same rules as I did for my 3-star Royal Rumble, that I will pick The Rock, but I will not heal once throughout the entire thing. It will be much easier to do than the 3-star, so I don't imagine there being any problems doing this. But just as a general rule, might as well have it. So here we go, The Rock entering at number 1 and Big E entering at number 2. So anywhere that you see WWE Mayhem discussions happening, whether it be on the official Reddit or the Facebook group or in the YouTube comment section, there's always some talk about superstars that people want to see in the game. So it actually got me thinking about who I want to see in the game, and for this discussion I'm going to talk about the WWE Legends that I want to see in the game, because as far as the current roster goes, they're doing a good enough job of adding the newer superstars as they go, but they haven't really added any WWE Legends recently, unless you count Batista. I guess he would count as a legend, but the point is there's a whole bunch of WWE Legends missing from the game, and here are just a few that I want to see in the game. So first off we got Bret the Hitman Hart, the excellence of execution, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. And that moniker doesn't go without any validity. I mean, you're hard pressed to find any top wrestlers of all time list that doesn't include him in it, usually in the top 10, top 20, or even number 1 in some cases. He has contended with and bested some of the best names in the industry, including Macho Man Randy Savage, Ric Flair, Rowdy Roddy Piper, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and The Undertaker. He's beaten all of those names. And as far as championships go, he's a 7-time world champion, 2-time intercontinental champion, 5-time United States champion, 3-time tag team champion, and obviously that makes him a triple crown champion, which a lot of people can't really say in their careers. His feud with Stone Cold Steve Austin that climaxed at WrestleMania 13 with a submission match where Stone Cold Steve Austin refused to tap to the sharpshooter was one of the most essential moments that launched Steve Austin's popularity into the stratosphere. If not for that match, he probably wouldn't be the household name that we know him as today, so we can thank Bret for that. And I will never forget his feud with Shawn Michaels. I mean, that basically blurred the lines as to what was a shoot and what was a work, because these guys really hated each other behind the scenes, so when they would cut promos on each other, it was genuinely how they felt about each other, and it made for some goddamn good television at the time. Unfortunately, we all know that that ended with a Montreal screwjob, but hey, he's still one of the best who ever competed in the ring. And we can't mention Bret without mentioning Owen, because his feud with Bret Hart was one of the greatest feuds of all time, and if not for the tragic accident that cut his life short, that feud with Bret Hart showed that with his in-ring ability, he could have easily been a main event contender if he wanted to. Thing is, he never really did. He never took wrestling too seriously, which is why he and Bret were always at odds in real life, because Bret took wrestling very seriously while his brother he liked it. I mean, he enjoyed doing it, but it wasn't like his life, you know? He loved spending time with his family, so he was quite content just being a mid-carder, but god damn was he a good mid-carder. He's probably one of the greatest mid-carders you'll ever see, if not the best, so hey, I want to see him in the game too. I mentioned him when I was talking about Bret, but the next person that I want to see in the game is Rowdy Roddy Piper, who according to the Bleacher Report is the greatest WWE superstar to never hold the WWE Championship. And I agree with that. I mean, he was one of the greatest, if not the greatest heel of all time. There are few superstars I can think of that could captivate an audience as well as he could, and his character work made people genuinely despise him, that basically made Hulk Hogan even more popular than he ever was, because Hogan's popularity was dwindling at the time, but it was still good enough that they didn't want to take a chance on anybody else. That's the only reason that Roddy never held the title. Roddy's feud with Hulk Hogan basically brought Hulk Hogan back to the popularity level that they needed him to be at, which basically saved the industry at the time. And superstars today still keep trying to capture the essence that was Piper's Pit, which was the first real WWE talk show or WWF talk show at the time. But it's really hard to do because that was so groundbreaking at the time. Piper really knew how to break from the mold and basically be his own character, and just oozed with charisma that, you know, superstars today have difficulty to do because they're so hamstringed by corporate policies or whatever the hell it is. But even without ever holding the belt, you'll be hard pressed to find any wrestling fan who doesn't know his name. And even in current WWE, Ronda Rousey's basically adopting his character, going by Rowdy Ronda Rousey, same font and all, even wearing his actual jacket to the ring that was given to her by Roddy Piper's son. I mean, he's very important to the wrestling industry, and he's one of the best legends ever. He should be in the game. So there's plenty more WWE legends to go over, but I only have time to mention one more, I think, so I'll mention more in the future. But the last person that I want to talk about in this list is Mr. Perfect Curt Hennig. You'd be hard pressed to find any in-ring worker that could work the ring better than Curt Hennig. I mean, even I mentioned Bret Hart at the beginning, who was amazing in the ring. But if I had to just pick somebody off the top of my head that I thought was a better in-ring worker than Bret, it would have to be Curt. And back in the time when you weren't confined to your scripts, Mr. Perfect really stood out in the fact that he could also talk on the mic. So he wasn't only great in the ring, he was also great outside of the ring. And then you add the legend Bobby the Brain Heenan as his manager, instant legend was born. It was funny too, because back in those times it wasn't common for the crowd to be cheering for the heels or booing the faces, but he was known as a heel throughout his career, but due to his in-ring ability and his charisma on the mic, he was one of those heels that you couldn't help but cheer for. So yeah, add Mr. Perfect Curt Hennig to the roster. So yeah, once again, those were just a few of the many WWE legends that I want to see in the game. Obviously, it will take time. You need to create the characters and animate them and do all sorts of balancing and all that stuff, but, you know, it'd be great to see any of these that I mentioned in the game. But Roman Reigns is the last of the Royal Rumble 2-star event, so just tossed him out, and that's going to be all for this Royal Rumble 2-star event without healing. So let's go ahead and collect our match rewards. Alright, here's our event keys, and here are the rewards for completing the Royal Rumble. So, hey, get our sweet loot and go and open some loot cases. Alright, head over to loot. We got some event loot cases to open before we open anything else, so let's get those out of the way. Alright, come on game, give me some more tier 3 basic weights. Tier 3 basic weights. 3-star keys, I'll take that. It's a good secondary thing that I want. Oh, and it gave me enough to get a 3-star loot case, so hey, that worked out. But tier 3 basic weight. Tier 3 basic weight. Damn it. No need for tier 1s. Tier 3 basic weight. Tier 3 basic weight. Come on. Tier 3. Tier 3 basic. Boo. Don't need no tier 1s. The hell? Alright, last chance. Last chance for tier 3 basic weight. Tier 3 basic weight. Tier 3 basic weight. Aw. 3-star keys. 25. Boo. That 25 garbage, but let's open the Royal Rumble loot cases first. Stop. Alright, Ric Flair. He's my most overdrived, I think, that I have. Oh no, I think Kalisto's higher, but yeah, Kalisto's at like 26 now, I think. But hey, overdrive. Alright, give me a 3-star or a 4-star. 3-star or 4-star. 2-star Shinsuke Nakamura. That's alright. Did he just say Shinsei? God damn it, Jerry. Clearly says Shinsuke. At least, like, do like the stupid WWE does lately and just call him Shin. Don't say Shinsei, what the hell is that? And to the WWE, it doesn't help when one of your most known commentators does not know the name of your superstar, so I would get on top of that. Also, why did no one at Reliance Games correct him when he said Shinsei Nakamura? What the hell? And with that 2-star John Cena, that means that 9 out of 9 of the Royal Rumble loot cases that I opened had 2 stars in them. That is pretty goddamn terrible. The drop rates need to be increased. And I get a 3-star Carl Anderson. This has not been a great opening, but they really need to increase the drop rates on those. 9 out of 9, I should have gotten at least 1 3-star, you know what I mean? Like at this point, relying on the Royal Rumble or the PvP event loot cases for a 4-star is pretty goddamn outrageous to do, because If you can't even get a 3-star out of 9, what are the chances of getting a 4-star? It really puts a damper on my optimism regarding the pay-per-view event loot cases, and kind of makes me question my praising Reliance Games for their generosity in giving those loot cases out. No wonder you're giving so many of those out, because you made it like 99% 2-stars. It's even worse than the premium and the Raw SmackDown loot cases, which, you know, sometimes you get 3 stars out of those, but clearly we didn't get any out of these. But still, I had fun doing this event with you guys and talking about the legends that I want to see in the game, and hopefully you guys did too. If you did, leave a like and share this video with whoever you want to share it with. If you're new around here, subscribe to the channel to be notified about all upcoming videos, including more WWE Mayhem videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.